In these next examples, we need to come up with similar figures to describe the word problems, which will then help us set up a proportion. A 6-foot tall tent is standing next to a cardboard box. So here's my 6-foot tall fence, and I have some sort of cardboard box right here. We don't know how tall it is. And the tent casts a 9-foot shadow. So I have a 9-foot shadow here. And if the cardboard box casts a shadow that is 6 feet long, so the shadow is 6, then how tall is the cardboard box? So what I want to find is my height of the box. So I'm going to set up a proportion matching the common sides, so my height and height, so h and 6 feet, and then my shadow of the box is going to match up with the height of the box, and then the shadow of the tent, which is going to match up with the height of the tent. Okay, so now I just have this proportion I need to solve. So I'm going to cross multiply. 9h equals 6 times 6. 9h equals 36. Divide by 9. So h is equal to 4, and that would be feet. And that is your final answer. Next example, a telephone booth that is 8 foot tall casts a shadow that is 4 foot long. Okay, so we have a telephone booth that is 8 feet tall and casts a 4-foot shadow. And this is standing next to a lawn ornament. So the height of a lawn ornament that casts a 2-foot shadow. So it's a 2-foot shadow, and we don't know how tall it is. So we're going to set up our proportion. So that would give me the height of the telephone booth and the height of the lawn ornament is going to be equal to the shadow of the telephone booth over this shadow of the lawn ornament. So then I'm going to cross multiply. So I have 8 times 2 equals 4h. So 4h equals 16. So h is equal to 4 feet. And that's your final answer. In this next example, we're going to talk a little bit different. We're going to talk about a scale on a map. Scale on a map is 3 centimeters to 18 kilometers. So if Riverside and Smithville are 54 kilometers apart from each other, then they are how far apart on the map. Okay, so these are similar figures. We're talking about a real world and a map. So they're similar figures because maps match the real world, are just smaller. So my proportions are going to be my map scale, which is 3 centimeters to 18 kilometers. 18 kilometers is going to be in the real world, so I'm going to put my 54 kilometers across from my kilometers. Alright, and we don't know our distance on the map. That's what we're trying to find, how far apart on the map. So we're looking for a number of centimeters. So what we're going to do is going to do cross multiplication. And I have 3 times 54 equals 18x. So 18x equals 162. Then I have to divide by 18. And x equals 9 centimeters. And that would be your final answer. And our last example, find the distance between Riverside and Milton if they are 12 centimeters apart on the map with a scale of 4 centimeters to 21 kilometers. So this one, it's similar to the last one, except we're given the distance apart on the map, and we want to find the actual distance. Okay, so we still have my scale, which would be 4 centimeters to 21 kilometers, and that's going to be equal to 12 centimeters over how many kilometers? So I'm going to do my cross multiply. So I have 4x equals 21 times 12. So 4x equals 252. Then we divide by 4. So x is going to be 63 kilometers. And that would be your final answer. So those are your notes over using similar figures to solve word problems. Go through these practice problems. Make sure that you understand how to match things up in your proportions. And then you should be ready for your quiz over this material.